Welcome to D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. Join us in our campaign and shenanigans as we explore the subterranean labyrinths, plunder hordes of treasure, battle legendary monsters. This podcast will be following our gaming group and the adventures of these characters, as well as a few guests from time to time. Join us as we start a new campaign and our journey to experience the best, and maybe the worst, in the 5th edition of Dungeons & Dragons.
Hi, this is Kelly, aka Trixie from Ragnarok and Roll, assigned to Ragnarok Story, and Tilda Wimblewick from D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. First off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for listening to our varied adventures, as well as for rating us on iTunes and rpgpodcast.com. If you haven't rated us yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you could. And if you're looking for more ways to support our efforts, we are now on Patreon, a great site where you can help us continue making more podcasts, as well as some special surprises for our patrons. If you can, please look us up at www.patreon.com/cppn. Every little bit helps. And again, thank you for listening.
Welcome back to Goblins of Conquest.
And top of the order, Bugbear. Your friends are going up there.
We never officially prepared it. It's still attached and locked.
Oh, you're teleporting up there? So immediately you do your spell and pretty much like Harry Potter, steam cloud goes flying, and then you rematerialize right in front of the tower.
You look like you had trouble.
It's like I saved that one spell just to bust your chops.
And I do another perception.
Okay, Ooh. Yeah, 19. You distinctly see he is hiding behind a tree. There's a little tree right here, and he's hiding right behind it. You see his little mossy butt stick out. You're like, I see that mossy. So you can.
I actually turn my back to him, and I look at my companions, and I say, I describe where he was at.
Okay.
In Goblin or in the comic?
In Goblin.
Okay, so immediately he's like, dudes, left tree, 12 o'clock high. Look for the mossy ass.
It's a tight guy.
It's like a grassy ass, but it's mossy. Okay.
Hopefully it's much, because if that's something else, I feel sorry.
And
really bad dietary issues.
And basically, he's doing a thing behind his tree. I'm not sure exactly what he's doing, but he's doing a little. You confirm that was him because there's some movement happening behind the tree, and you just hear him say, "I said, get out of my swamp. The elves drove your kind out of here countless ages ago."
We're back.
Are you really hiding? Are you gonna just hide and whisper to us?
In Goblin.
This kind of Goblin.
You seem to get no reaction from that.
Oh, there you go.
It's almost like he doesn't speak in Goblin.
Now you are.
Bullywog, he speaks fluidly. Goblin, not so much.
You may speak orc.
So, Cleric, your bugbear wizard is basically zeroed in on where he is. He's behind a tree. You know he's doing something. He's wanting you to get out of his swamp.
Okay, so I'm gonna get out of the swamp.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna climb.
Okay.
So I'm still in the swamp.
Give me an athletics. Nicely done. Just need
14.
10 or better. You bloop up there. You still have your movement.
What would you say he's hiding?
You were pointed out to you that he was right here. There's a tree right there. Here, let me put some terrain on this map here. You got tree, tree,
Because for trees.
tree. We've got a log down here.
It's crossbow bolts, unfortunately, runs.
Tree,
Page, you get a crossbow bolt in the chest.
tree.
I need to make a constitution saving throw.
Great, now I got that song in my head, thanks.
You can try. After you make
We'll
make
make
Okay.
constitution
right.
So what are you gonna do?
You said I have,
Yeah, your movements.
movement.
Oh, she's flanking around. Okay. So you got this little tree stump at like chest level, so you're just looking over. See your little tiny beady eyes sticking out as little bug was crawling by. Okay, so
Come back.
To try a successful taunt. Like
okay, so Ranger, it's your turn.
intimidation.
So start off by when you got to here.
Okay.
So at this point, you guys are.
Okay, go ahead and give me a dex
just
save.
below.
I'm good at that.
You
And famous last name. 17.
mercenaries. Oh no, I've been waiting for we can have it right now.
One step.
17.
17.
Yeah.
So immediately you step forward, and you're like, "Da, da, 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 da."
Yeah.
Step down, and you feel the ground start to crumble in front of you. As all of a sudden, where you were getting ready to run, you realize there's a big ass 10-foot square pit trap. That immediately the foliage starts crashing down and the tons of old man's beard blossoms there. And immediately when the refuse hits the bottom, you immediately look down and see basically a
They don't seem as interested in shooting.
swarm of looks like water
They're on
moccasins
several platforms.
just writhing down there as a group staying together for
They're
heat.
not on
And you realize that this pit trap has a swarm of poisonous snakes inside it.
And I narrowly avoided it?
And you narrowly avoided falling into it. I'll tell you, by 1 point.
Ooh.
Well, technically, too.
Yeah. That's. I assume that ends my movement.
You still have your full movement.
Okay, so it's like
you have the rest of this movement if
I
you would like it. Do you want to just go willy-nilly?
I'm not going forward anymore. I'm trying to find him.
Oh, like this.
I'm just gonna sneak around that one.
Okay, you're going to stick close to the tree. You're gonna-
Yeah.
Can I see him now?
There's certainly a chance that you fall back.
From where you were
Alright.
told, yes. Between that and the things he was doing, you can see him.
Okay, I am putting my hunter's mark on him.
Your hunter's mark.
Yes, that will be casting that.
I mean, if you're in the middle of the river, there's still we don't steer, we know.
That is my bonus
Specifically steer so you can
Still in
stack
action, right?
Uh,
Saving myself.
Yeah,
saving
that
myself.
was
Okay,
that was the
that's just
save.
a react. Yeah. And then I'm going to fire my bow at him.
Okay, go for it.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus.
and you want to?
It went from what, a 17 to it went 20.
That's a ranger heavy here.
Apparently.
Bring it in the deep.
All right. So
You know what it is? All those arrows that were petrified and gained some extra weight to them.
yeah. It firmed up the bow,
Oh, Jesus. This may change the story here.
and as hunter's mark, so that does an extra d6 to weapon attacks.
Yeah.
So double dice.
Oh, Jesus.
20.
Damn.
It would have been smart to do that when we're not correctly below. It saved you bell at you. And then
He
you guys
did say
take
that,
out.
you know, from what he was told.
Part of you.
No, he's, yeah.
And then you,
Yeah.
and then suddenly
As
area
you fire
opens
your
up
arrow,
to a
and you know
massive-
why you got that natural 20? Because as soon as you saw him, and his blue eyes saw you, he released the spell that he had cast. As immediately
Okay.
he turns around and based on you,
Yeah.
entanglement happens.
Yeah.
You notice this 20-foot area around you.
You come up and you see a massive.
Thankfully, none of your friends are around you right now, as you all are seeing around the range of
This looks like a citadel.
and you just hear a spell goes off behind the tree, and all of a sudden, even around the tree, the witching moss is rising, wiggling, and the goblin's legs, you just see flap, flap, flap. Plant life is grappling the goblin's legs.
Your sacrifice of the
Well
played, good sir.
So go ahead and give me a strength save.
Alright.
You know, it's got to be like your best, right?
Actually, I got 16.
What about
Ooh.
I'm proficient at strength saves. So.
Nice! Because you're a ranger.
Yeah.
And you just like pull, you see this little guy pull his boot up, and he's just like ripping his boot out of the moss and trying to grow around his feet. You're feeling seriously freaking emboldened by this.
I'm waiting for the other shooter.
You see at least
Literally, a shoe comes falling out of a tree.
He like giggles.
on each of the ballistic.
So, Paladin, it is your turn.
You can see a glimmer of flame.
I'm going to make.
Yeah, the fire.
That's a bush. That's a bush.
That's what.
That's a bush. That's why I didn't. I just left it there. It counts as difficult terrain. Yes. You might want to walk around.
I'm going to make as quick a straight line path as I can to the door.
Okay. Mm-hmm. It's solid ground up here. You're walking past the bugbear.
So you guys certainly see this one, at least this one, right? So as you come in, you see a number of listed.
This way, because remember, that's a pit and that's a tree. And the second you step there, by the way,
So the drow may not have anything to do with
give me a dex save. Do you sense a pattern to this ambush site? Who is really getting ambushed?
17.
Ooh, okay. So you immediately step and you're looking at that pit and you're like, I'm not going near that pit. As soon as you step down, you feel the ground give. You immediately pull your foot back as a similar pit trap drops. And the cleric's like, I saw this coming.
Yeah.
And you step back as you just see it fall down and the snakes are doing the whole as this writhing swarm of moccasins are there. You do still have your action if you want to try to like jump over some athletics.
Sorry.
That's something you can do.
In the center of the cavern, you can see
That would leave you, actionless.
in the center there is a natural.
I will take the opportunity to cast a spell.
That looks to be at least 50 feet across.
Is that your creepy armor?
Dwarfs this.
So describe to the group as they see you cast your creepy armor.
Wider than
Limbs growing out of the ground to encase me.
There's like a citadel in here, and there's a.
Yeah, so in the center of the
Just
citadel,
over there. Go.
I need that spell.
Okay, so top of the order, bugbear. Your friends are finding pit traps everywhere. You're like, damn, I should have Missy stepped across this island.
Yeah, I don't want to waste another second.
That's why they call you the murder bugbear.
Right. So these trees are pretty. So
They're pretty stout trees.
You can see
They could easily hold your weight,
listening
that's
are
something
not
they
well manned right now. So you can see. What about jumping that tree?
You can try to jump it.
These two, which are total secluded.
Yeah.
You can see a bugbear loading large vials inside. You see the vials
Yeah.
loading crimson. The other two have
Okay, so you do the whole.
which are already one of their spin to aim at tornadoes. I'm gonna fail that, so I'm gonna be.
As you immediately you look at him and you're just like, whew, and immediately your last step when you're putting all your weight into it, the dirt just out from underneath you, and you just
So
slide
there's a first shot.
to a stop inside the pit on your ass.
With
As you look up, another bit of the wall caves in and just splats you in the face. How badly was your miss?
I got a 7.
It wasn't that
The second one, it doesn't actually.
It is 3 points worth of damage
It's
back.
a smash into your.
And you know,
little raft.
you look up and there's, you know, a swarm of poison snakes in your face.
Okay, bonus action.
What are you doing for your bonus action?
Misses death. So, a large section of the raft is immediately destroyed.
Ooh, it's all of a sudden you go splat, and you whisper the words of magic, and you, as you mist through the moccasins, and you immediately appear right next to this guy, who's now trying to focus his eyes on you because you appear right in front of him. This could be bad. Oh, okay. Within murder bear range. Yeah, you have reach. There's no reason for you to be right there, right? Don't give him a free attack.
Plus, it gives him a bit.
That's true. That is very true.
Cool. Not one with LinkedIn.
So that was an unexpected, well played move. Well played.
Just so you know, everyone has half.
Brown.
Shit.
Listen, Thunder pooped himself.
Left it there after the ass.
Shit. That was not in my plan. Shit.
That did not look as cool as it did in my head.
Exactly.
As you can definitely tell from the look in his face, this was not how things were supposed to work out. As immediately he looks at you, and he's locking eyes with you. Now that he's focused from your belly to your face, and he looks at you, and he's just starts to fling himself off this.
So is that an attack of opportunity?
That will be an attack of opportunity.
She hasn't attacked.
No,
But he did attack this round.
yeah, he's leaving the sphere of your influence, and he's shape-shifting into a wolf. And you see that he is, with all intents and purposes, booking his ass as fast as he can.
Your friends don't.
Does he look elven?
You can't tell with the moss and the armor.
I can't do anything else.
He looks a little beefier than most elves that you've eaten.
Okay.
Seeing as he's the swamp people version of the group.
Yeah. I'm going to cast lightning.
You can use that as an attack of opportunity.
Can I? It's you create a light.
So, you know,
Lightning that strikes the creature. Good choice.
You can see more bugbears get loading the other.
But is it one that you can use as an attack of
It's a
opportunity?
cast.
The two flame cannons shoot.
It is a cantrip. But then I've already cast this round, so I wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
I am going to.
Hit him with your beat stick.
I'm going to try to grab him with my arm.
Okay, go for it. Try to grab the wolf. The wolf will gladly use acrobatics against you.
So I can use it.
You would use your strength.
Athletics.
Yeah, you would use your athletics.
Crit. So 25.
One of the shots hits the water in front of him.
As immediately he shapeshifts into a wolf and he's diving off the edge, realizing, shit, the snakes didn't work! You immediately just swing your big arm and just grab him by the scruff of the neck. As you're holding him off the ground by the scruff of the neck. And then I'm assuming the other hand is grabbing him.
So,
Yeah,
just so you know,
I have my quarterstaff.
these are your choices.
Okay?
I
Because you're just like,
know.
screw it, get him! And you scoop him up.
The water is fixed.
Who's not planning.
Or fell, grab it down.
Well, you don't have any.
These are your two options in the oh shit, the raft's gonna get hit by a core.
I did 15 feet before.
Survive.
Because remember, this is an attack of opportunity. It's his turn.
The raft will survive.
You finished your turn.
I'm giving you the outpost.
But I'm holding him.
Yep, you got him.
That would have been a hell of a move, though.
That would have been a hell of a move.
The raft literally explodes.
So it is the cleric's turn, who's devising something evil, insidious. She's got this look, the smile of a goblin
And you
skull.
hear the screech
By the way,
of
I'm
some kind of
kind of loudly, I say, I got him.
Yeah, you want to move to get that tree out of the way.
Don't need to move for this.
What are you doing?
I'm going to cast blindness, deafness. That can make a Constitution saving throw.
What's your DC?
Do you want to blind or deaf? One or the other.
It's an either
It's
or.
an either or.
I just think you guys are trying to.
Okay.
So 12 is my
Give me a spell.
As he rolls a 1, and all of a sudden you just hear this the wolf. As you got it, and its eyes all of a sudden glaze over magically. You see, you're like, let death take your vision.
I guess I don't need to hold him old man. Probably reach down and grab him.
Oh,
I'll do that next round.
Okay.
I'm not going to move or anything because I don't know if there's any more traps, so.
Okay.
Clearly, they're not going to have three.
So needless to say, this pile of snakes go over here, and this pile of snakes go over here. They're just like. They're stuck in the pit that's going to be disadvantaged to climb out of, so no, they're not going to try climbing out of. I just see this wave of snakes climb up and fall down.
They're just not.
Personally, the druid talked to each of them and caught them and put them in the pits. Okay, so that brings us to our ranger. You see the bugbear holding the wolf in his hand.
Yeah.
What's the worst that happens? You roll a 1, hit the bugbear drops the druid escapes.
He's still marked, so I can find him. I find him at advantage.
But he's also blind. So.
And that too.
Well, he doesn't know he's blind. He just knows he caught the druid to shapeshift into a wolf after he tried to entangle the ranger. You don't entangle rangers.
So,
Rangers entangle you.
So I'm going to again draw upon the multiverse energy of the multiverse. My planar warrior.
Okay.
Get
Your
that-
arrow's getting all
glowy and
bubbly
blue, yeah.
and pearlescent.
And 17 on the die. So
That will hit.
Yeah.
He's grappled, so you have advantage
So
with that
that is
too.
What'd you get, James?
Planar warrior, the arrow, and hunter's mark still in the set.
Jesus, both
20
the 8s came up 8s.
23.
Oh, and as a bonus action, I cast.
As you're holding this wolf by the
So
scruff
as
of the
you
neck
see
and
this
the
creature
throat,
it looks something
you're
like
looking at this wolf's eyes and they've just gone horribly putrid, dead, cataracty. All of a sudden, while you're holding the wolf, it belches in your face this most horrific howl as you look down and realize that its ribcage is sprouted feathers in the form of an arrow shaft that went right into its heart.
So as it flies over,
And it just goes drop dead limp in your hands.
Yeah, I was
It's like,
Thanks.
And then slowly you feel the bones rising under your fingers as all of a sudden the dead wolf corpse starts elongating into a humanoid corpse. And as you're just holding the neck, the wood mask kind of like hits your hand and just goes, the body just completely limp in your hand as the helmet falls off. And you see this middle-aged human face that's got these eyes that look younger than should. And you can see that the cataracts are still there. And obviously dead because as he changes back, you're seeing gouts of blood gushing from his arrowhole. And the shaft that goes all the way through.
so
Snakes still got turns.
If you're nice,
This
well,
creature seems,
can you let them know if they're...
And you're just like...
But it comes down and you can see the scale as it
Going, can I have my shoe?
Someone throw me back my shoes.
Were they moccasins?
So what do you?
So actually, I was thinking that as he got hit, I was going to slowly take him.
Okay.
So the mask fell at my
So it comes down and
takes the blood.
as it dies, it immediately
Yeah.
and it turns.
Then there's streaks of the red destroying the light green camouflage.
And I kind of lifted his head up as I started suckling him. So you can see it.
Oh, he's gone. He's been blinded already. He doesn't see nothing.
So
He just hears the sucking sound.
Stinger goes through the water next to it.
As my party saw this, starts to move forward and starts filtering.
I'm assuming you're going up there.
Its claws land just
Cautiously,
just
also.
next to his body. As it flies off.
It's a Slurpee. Need some iron.
As one does.
Hey,
It's certainly damaged,
don't
but
question
it
the bugbear.
did it certainly would have
Do not question the bugbear. That is a valid question.
Sustenance.
No.
As you're tasting this, it tastes like human blood to you. Obviously, you're familiar with it.
It's a drug.
Well, we have been sweating a lot. It's kind of nice to get a good drink.
Nice, warm juiciness.
You can see the
Okay.
you guys are about here at this point. You guys are almost there. Those two pieces are there.
Okay, so let's take a quick restroom break. Because I don't know about you guys, but I use the restroom.
Yes.
Looks like they've been using it. So,
I'm not gonna
I
use
don't know
it.
if you can plug it in.
Okay, so.
Did he close it using
I'll
it?
give it to you.
No, I
You
don't think
close
so.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we can still.
Restroom ride. So immediately you've laid the body down, you've suckled on its armored teats.
Right?
You kind of snap the air and use it as a sippy straw. So as I'm assuming you're checking the body.
Yeah, I'm
He's bugbear handling
yeah, I'm
it.
checking. Oh, shit. What is taking there?
So the main thing that you find is he's got a
There was a thing where you guys saw
bug that crawls on your arm or something.
He does.
Them's not the edible ones.
Oh, okay.
So you find it around his neck. First you're like, gold! And you pull it out, and it's actually, as soon as you pull out the leather cord, it's a whistle. It's sort of like the doggy whistle style whistle, made out of wood, but the wood itself looks like gold. Almost like it's either some kind of special wood, or it's gold plated, gold foil on it. But you think that it's actually a gold on wood. So it's some kind of special wood, and it looks to be a whistle. She's like, maybe it'll make an animated tree.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Somebody grab it, I'm gonna blow it.
Whoever comes out and tries to
That is a pen for Arcana, but it's pretty.
It seems to be some kind of enchanted wood. It doesn't seem to be magical.
So you can only go with that.
Okay, but that's not the only thing. That's just the first thing it does. Then you reach into his side pocket and there's a pouch. It's got 20 gold pieces.
I'll give you half
And it feels warm when you touch it. So when you open it, pour out the coins, a piece of black obsidian falls out with the coins. It's black obsidian. It's almost like it may have been an arrowhead, but it's been rounded, so it looks like little scalpel blade almost. But it's warm to the touch, like it as if it just came out of fire or something. It's not burning; it's just warm to the touch. Almost like it's a magical hand warmer.
21.
It's magical hand one.
It may have been something else centuries ago, but now it's just a magical hand. Could have been some magical elven arrow of goblin slaying, and now it's just a magical hand warmer.
12 points of piercing.
And then you reach into his back side, rummage around. All of a sudden you pull out you pull out a round orb. It's about yay big. It's made of some kind of amberish glass. And as you move it, you're realizing that there's a crack in it that moves. And it is basically the orb of direction. It's basically a magical compass.
Well, that's crack.
A moving crack in his crack.
Because he knew what direction it always was. He knew he got it right now.
Okay.
The move.
So
Keep going.
you will go in
Alright.
How many months can you put up with that?
So you have
Right there.
the goldwood whistle, you've got the shard of obsidian that's warm to the touch, and the
it's
orb of
40
direction.
40
points
feet in
north.
the air.
Okay, so from the front he got the wood.
Yes,
Back
so
got
This is how these things just work out.
I want to walk up to him.
Are you counting him as dead?
Well, it's not right.
No, it is close. His mouth don't blow it. Put his face over the water.
I could get the writer and the liver though.
I see a horrible theme.
I'm rolling an insight.
But the other thing is, if you kill either of those,
It's a dirty
one fall and die, and fall and die.
I think you see through her deception that she wants to blow. You know how to blow, don't you? Careful, bugbear is 5 foot reach around. So you give her the whistle.
No, it's because I specifically said that there's a possibility that these are not just barbarians.
Okay.
You
You know the wolf's dying howl was pretty damn loud. Especially since it was a point blank range in your face.
Well, I mean, they certainly
Cast
have
identify.
Yeah, they shot right first.
Cast potential vision.
32.
I would like to ask Gigglesnort.
Oh, since you.
So you wave Gigglesnort, who's been hiding behind the bushes watching, slowly poking the ground like there's landmines that the next movie shot is bound to happen. And you tell Gigglesnort to do it, and of course Gigglesnort will do anything for you because that's how she is.
The champion doesn't seem very sorry. The orc doesn't seem.
She's proficient in sleight of hand too. Will a 9 steal from you?
You want me to roll?
No. What's your passive perception? It's more than 9. As you look, and her hand's just like. And she uses her disengage and goes and hides.
Next time.
Yeah, you came in the.
I want to take a short back here.
And look, or
You could take the
There's no
shot.
way you
You
know.
feel fairly safe to take a break to ritually cast your. Because that's all it is 10 minutes to ritually cast your identify.
And you find yourself.
So which item are you casting the spell on?
Without
As he's taking 10 minutes rather than 6 seconds.
you go and
Does he make his steps?
Does it?
oh, you know that.
You don't know that no it does.
Okay.
I think it does. I think it's like 1 minute or so once you finish casting it.
Yeah. So they will stabilize you.
Identify. Casting time 1 minute.
So,
It is
you can roll.
instantaneous.
I'll let you roll thrice.
Do you have a pearl
you roll
with
a
at least
natural
100
20,
gold
you
coins and
pay
an
for
owl
it.
feather? Or do you have a component pouch? Which is why you always buy the 20 gold component pouch, because it comes in handy.
So what would happen is it would have.
Oh, okay, that works too. Okay, so,
and having the antidote. So as long as they're in the area,
did you see the bottom part of that? If you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it. That's a cool thing too.
Alright, so you find yourself
Yeah, neither
in
did
this
I.
large
It's-
city.
and it,
Around you, you can see the number of,
Yeah.
you know,
Why does he keep holding my hand for 10
on
minutes?
this square. You can see one with the.
So you choose one object that you must be touching throughout the casting of the spell. If it's a magic item or some other imbued object, you learn what properties and how to
this
use
section
it,
of the city.
whether it requires attunement to use, how many charges it has, if any, and you learn whether any spells are affecting the item
The bottom
and what they are.
made such that there are pillars supporting
So which one of the three are you going to touch? Are you going to be paranoid and do the whistle?
There are large sections that are.
Are you going for the very difficult orb of detection to confirm what it is?
You just want to go around.
Okay, so you do the whistle and you realize it's magical wood. It comes from a magical tree. That's all you're picking up, and it's just a whistle. It's just a whistle. You could let her blow it, and it would be completely safe other than blowing a whistle.
Oh, thank you.
Put it away.
So I'm sure they know.
Well, should you really have both whistles? I mean, what if somebody else needs to identify?
I think I had the horn blast.
You do.
Or
The horn of waking. The one that you pick 4 people, and when you blow it, they're the only ones that can hear the horn.
Right, horn.
Yeah. Which is great for saying, I will signal you to all attack.
So as you go around, you actually turn around the corner.
Yeah, probably. Help me.
I'm pretty sure I saw footprints 3-4 times.
You're like, hey, look, I can make this thing go in a full circle.
I use my sleight of hand every time I use it.
Actually, since that whistle doesn't do anything,
It whistles.
As you walk by, you're
Since it's not magical, you can have this ball.
exactly.
Oh, these are the I will crack the truth chest.
So she can go around.
Oh, you're remembering the job. Okay.
Well, he is undressed.
So you get your dad. Do you have a dagger, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
And you're ripping into his chest. Give me a survival roll to see how well you butcher this part. I mean, it's already skewered.
Yeah.
Tie a rope around the arrow stick so it just sags on the arrowhead.
I don't know how familiar you are with the game Goblin.
Yeah. Well, he's doing this while you're doing your ritual.
Oh, I was going to say, another ritual on the other.
Okay. You guys can take time. There's no rush. The snakes are crawling out of the pit.
Okay, so I'm doing that up.
Okay, so 14. You kind of have got to some spots, but you do a really good decent butcher. Especially since there was an arrow going through it. So now you got the heart. It's got this cute little purplish arrow hole on both sides that perfectly went this direction through the heart. So it opened both chambers to each other and just why you bled out so fast. It's the type of shot you want to kill an animal instantly with.
Put him out of his misery.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It was a
And the bugbear was like, I wanted to keep him alive for a while.
to at least kill him. Yeah, kill him yourself.
You want to look the beater?
Are you going to eat that?
Very cheap.
I'm going to keep this.
So you wrap it in some of the moss leather that he had on him, because you did make a promise.
He doesn't have a name in the show. He just says.
You provided intel for a reason. Okay, so you guys basically.
I'm curious about something. Well, because I wasn't sure about getting this back to her, and we discussed different ways.
Describe where it is.
If I feed it to the bugbear and collect the excrement,
That would not.
Actually, nicer talent.
You get the idea she either wants the heart as a trophy or as a magical component.
As you walk in, there
What their feces is in that?
behind the bar is a single.
Only if you can talk them into buying it.
That's why
That's magic.
That's why I acknowledged it when I left it in the pit.
See,
I've seen that before.
Wow.
the bugbear walks into the dwarf's bar and he says, Dwarf, I'm going to see if I can poop on you from this side of the bar. And if I miss you, I will pay you 300 gold pieces. And the bugbear bends over and hits everything on the bar except the dwarf. And the whole time the dwarf is laughing because he's not touching a bit of excrement. And then all of a sudden the bugbear's smiling and pulling out 300 gold coins one at a time. And the dwarf goes, why are you laughing, bugbear? You've lost 300 gold coins. And then the bugbear laughs and points at his hobgoblin paladin of conquest and says, I bet him 500 gold coins he'd let me shit on your bar.
Nice.
And now he said I can eat you. The magic of the bugbear excrement. Okay, so you guys basically have, butchered the body, identified the magic items. You know, yes, the orb of protection is a magical compass that will always point north.
Okay.
And you have a feeling that you know this druid. If you could find where he came from, there's probably more. This is just what he carried on him when he was spying on you guys, trying to get you out of his junk, out of his swamp.
What about the shard?
What about the what?
The shard?
Oh, the shard is just that weak magical enchantment that's like fading away. This is like the last of its magic that just keeps it warm. But you could use it as a hammer.
So literally,
It's basically the equivalent of a magical trinket at this point. Whatever great power it had is probably as old as the Goblin Empire evolved. Maybe it's some old relic that he found.
I guess I need. What's your voice? Females are always cold.
I usually prefer
Temperature-wise, not hard.
Oh, you made it even worse. This is how I get in Dutch. Okay. So you guys will continue the trekking through the swamp. Now that you have a magical compass, I will give your next survival roll advantage. How about that? How can this go wrong?
yes.
What did the
Spirit pulls out.
It was in the shape of almost like a.
Moonstones
Like a
are
large arrowhead that's been rounded on both ends. So it's like that.
Or a tooth?
It could have been a tooth.
Like a wolf's tooth?
Or like a dragon's tooth. Be too big for a wolf's tooth. Yeah. So you're leading them forward. There's the desiccated body open at the flies already being swallowed. Circle of life is taking effect. 15. So you are sallying forth. You're like, guys, and then you realize there's a lake. You gotta go around because even the bugbear's getting, takes one step. It's getting deep.
And did it seem injured?
Okay, so you basically go around this lake here, and you come to a spot where you see in the water's crystal clear. And when you're looking in this water, it's got to be from spring. Your survival is telling you this is probably the cleanest water in this entire place. And you look in the middle of this little 10-foot deep spring, and you see this crack in the rock that's probably where the clean water's coming straight out of the source. Go ahead and one of you guys give me an arcana. As we all look at the wizard. Oh, we're checking them? Okay. So which one do you like it?
Oh my gosh, 2 20s.
See? Now you use all the karma. Now they're both depleted.
That's right. I did start with a pair of 1. That's why.
I'm sure you're surprised, but
Yeah.
to kill you.
You're like, it's a spring.
It is.
Okay, just because you don't trust him?
Yeah, I got it.
You're like, you're right, it's a spring.
It got better.
It's doubtful you have all of that.
Okay, so you guys realize this is a great water source. It seems to be very pure until the water trickles off and overflows and the stagnant pools around it. But it seems to be like this everlasting spring, almost like the elves did this to ruin the goblin homeland here by turning it to wetlands. There's probably a couple of these when they're nature factors and source of the land that basically flood the goblins out. That was one of their plans. Stubborn.
We need to stop that.
Okay, so you guys are continuing on your little path, and you realize when you get into one of the trees to get a little overview, you realize that you're seeing jumps into the swamp canyon. And then up ahead, you're seeing a bit of a hill rise. You can see from the trees that the topography is becoming a hill. And then all of a sudden, up ahead, you see what looks like stone that's been like crushed and crumbled, but it looks very structure-like.
Oh, like a former ziggurat?
Like there's a hill and there's something at the top of the hill.
I think we found our destination.
Up ahead in this shimmering ziggurat.
Yes, I think so. Yes.
I hated the swamp. They certainly
That's all the biting flies.
Yeah.
How many of those malaria flies have bitten you? So you're leading them on a really good path. And then all of a sudden,
perhaps I can help you.
our cleric, give me a
You're interested
religion.
to keep everything together. I'll keep you sleep as necessary.
Better than what?
Perhaps I can give you some information.
14. Immediately, you guys step out of the underbrush into some solid earth, and you immediately feel this cold hand up your spine, this necrotic energy. As you realize, since you are a priestess from death, that the area you just stepped into is basically unconsecrated. It's unhallowed ground.
For a moment,
And you're like,
And
so is the restroom in service or out of service?
It's in service. It's fine. Yeah.
Okay. We were wondering when we took up the restroom last in the lobby.
How you guys doing?
So,
doing good.
Because we are only until 9 to stay a bit late, so just...
Oh no, we're good. We're coming up to a creepy rapid spot. Creepy rapid spot. As you're feeling this unhallowed ground here, and it's like a 40 to 60 foot opening, that's just everything is withered and dying in the area. It's the only reason it's not overcome with the swamp here. You see like some alligator bones. You see some bones that look a little too fresh. Some that look like they're from a humanoid, maybe a lizard man.
And then
Maybe, and you see this weird, almost goblin-looking bones, and then you look at some head, and it's very
She
far.
knows 3 random secrets of them. One of them happens to be the vampire ones.
But you're feeling this like, ooh, unknife, the uncornered.
So is this a, I'm enjoying this feeling, or is it a, we better get off this land?
It is unconsecrated, so like if you were to have the ability to consecrate, which for you would be unconsecrate, it's unhallowed grounds. It's basically tainted land.
So for me, it's like, this is not.
For you, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's what you would like to do to make a place comfortable.
Right.
Great.
This
So you get
place,
another secret.
it's got a really nice energy. I like it.
And while you're absorbed in this energy, I want you to give me perception, you to give me an arcana, and you to give me religion.
12.
At 12, you notice up ahead a few more light, very sickly trees, and then it looks like a pair of very old trees, and you see a broken seal of stone, a hint of stone wall covered in mud.
So there's a magical.
So what did you get?
That's more like it. That was 20, so 24.
Damn. So immediately you are detecting this place is full of magic. It's got some kind of warding up ahead. After you're sensing what she's getting excited about, the apologist, there's a permanent spell drop on this place.
Okay.
But you are detecting when you look, all of a sudden you look at some of the sickly trees that are barely growing, they all have sigils subtly carved into them. And they're elven sigils
the noble house that has corpses.
of old elven magic. And all of a sudden you notice outside the Apollo area there's more, and there are very strong, faint glows coming off of them when you use your arcana to like notice these things. So where the area is natural, there's a magical ensorcement.
Yes.
Where it's unhallowed, the ensorcement is very, very weak. Almost like whoever unhallowed this place made it safe against the elven magic.
So they basically, furry just tell what's none of furry.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what to do.
Just your undergarments.
And as our paladin is looking, because you're all taking this place, you notice one of the trees
And then
up
pay more
ahead
for all of your items.
almost seems to have, you know how when trees grow in and around things, how like breaks it apart and stretches it? Immediately you look, and there's a tree up ahead that looks like 3 elves were tied to the tree. And just from what you're seeing, you've heard of this ritual from ancient scripts. You know, that this is what we do to those nature-loving elves. We crucify them in trees and then make the tree grow. And the tree rips them to pieces. Because you're noticing that there's bindings of iron into the tree with like a bone. And then there's like a foot later, the next bone. And then ribs that the tree's bark has grown through. So there's those little dimples where the bones are sticking out.
So you meet with, with the number of bones.
That basically they were killed on this tree. And you're realizing that this is a monument made to the goblin gods in the way of the dead elf, who knows what.
Okay, so if you have no weapons, they literally say that your numbers.
And at this moment, you're looking at this and you're taking it in, you're taking in the pure unholiness of this place. It's beautiful. You're taking in you see an entrance to the temple. You're taking in this place that got magical barriers that should be keeping us out except for this place. All of a sudden you realize that through the fog, all of a sudden ethereally coming up out of the ground are 3 specter forms that immediately when the heads come up you realize have long sweeping elven ears. And they've got the intricate armor of elven warriors. And all of a sudden, for seconds, since you all rolled well, one of them has like a bracer on him, and also you realize in the tree there's an identical bracer grown into the tree that like cracked and broke the mithril of it. But you notice the identical one on him, almost like a dead. And immediately they snap their eyes in unison, looking at all of you, and they're grabbing their spectral weapons out.
Let's go with this. You can give me.
And that's a good place to wrap it up there.
10,000 damage. 5,000 gold.
But you see the finish line. You see the finish line on the other side of 3 elven specters, which are not nice things.
Well,
but then again,
rewards. I don't know which awards you can do this yet.
Thank you for listening to the Creative Play and Podcast Network. And feel free to enjoy our other shows, such as D&D Journey of the 5th Edition, and Scion Ragnarok and Roll, a Scion hero to Ragnarok story. Thank you for listening.
Hello, this is Eric.
And Wendy Strock with Stone Valley Hobby and Games.
We sell board games, card games, role-playing games, and supplies. We have thousands of Magic the Gathering cards available, carry Kickstarter products, and work with veteran-owned small businesses to bring you our own line of products.
We are a small business retailer, but we offer competitive prices, a loyalty system, and free shipping on orders over $100.
As a military veteran myself, I'm a strong supporter of our armed forces, their families, and contractors out there doing the hard job. So any order from an AA, AE, or EP address will be shipped absolutely free.
Remember, StoneValleyGames.com, where we take your leisure seriously.
Well, we also have someone skilled like Ken. I mean, you have a month to be out of town to warm up those dice. I love you. And immediately at that moment, Gigglesnort bounds out of the woods behind you, joining in with your numbers.
Right. Well, maybe like
immediately, Gigglesnort dives behind one of you and disappears from sight.
So, you know,
Ghosts.
right? Multiplied by 500, and that's the non-gold goals. Sorry, yeah, multiplied by 100. Okay. You had 400 gold on you.
I know.
Right.
We won't
do you have a counter on it?
No, because I don't leave until the 2nd.
Okay. So next Tuesday's game and then offer.
Yep. So yes to Star Wars, because after all, you flew through a building. Who does this?
It sounds fun.
He does.
We do.
That's how we do,
Right?
Oh, yeah.
We only get better from here.
Remember how I said our other party, one of our members, he has a bag of holding and he collected 2 goblins in there? He was also the one that did that Eldritch Bolt and was dropped. So, bag of holding popped open, the 2 goblins ran off into the woods. later encounter with spiders at night. We're getting rocked because it's a case of numbers. Numbers are more dangerous than
Kill all the crowd they're sitting.
And basically, when he gets dropped again by the spiders, the goblins come back and save him. No, it was a everyone gets one sort of situation. The one he's really still happy that you saved him from the bugbear, so you get this one.
It's one of those of you saved me from the big other. You will only imprison me in a bag of holding.
You didn't kill me, Ian.
He kind of left one of them naked for a long time. Until we found a supply of here's some spare clothes from an armory. We'll go ahead and shove that in.